This month, Apple had their Worldwide Developers Conference, and even though normally it is just about software, software is not regarding hardware, a lot of products were announced. In this video, I'm going to give you a quick recap of those products. Let's get to it. Starting off with the long-awaited 15-inch MacBook Pro, and even though it's basically the same as the 13-inch only with a larger screen, it is expected to become Apple's best-selling laptop. The only major improvements they made over the 13-inch was a better speaker system. Reviews are already coming out and proving that the system did get better. Still, no speaker grills, but the reviews do indicate that it sounds better. The surprise was that they lowered the 13-inch MacBook Air by $100 in order to slide the 15-inch to start at the price that the 13-inch did. I will be making a video later regarding the 13-inch since my wife now has one, so stay tuned for that. The price for the 15-inch MacBook Air will be $1,299 for those of you interested. Next, they updated the Mac Studio. Rumors indicated that this Mac was meant to be a stopgap until Apple could figure out what to do with the Mac Pro. But apparently, that will not be the case, especially since users love the Mac Studio, a compact yet really powerful computer. They gave the Mac Studio the M2 Max and the M2 Ultra chips and indicated that you should see at least a 20% improvement in performance when compared to the previous versions. For those interested, it will remain at the same starting price of $1,999 for the M2 Max version, but remember, no keyboard or mouse, just the computer and the power cord. Next, they finally gave the Mac Pro Apple Silicon, and they are apparently so excited about it, they only dedicated under 3 minutes to it. Basically, it stayed the same, only it now has Apple Silicon M2 Ultra to be exact, less RAM than the outgoing that had up to 1.5 terabytes. The new one only goes up to 192, although it is still expected to be faster since obviously this is integrated right into the chip. So it's automatic swapping the information between the processor and the graphics card. So it's still expected to work faster. Contrary to the Mac Studio, it will have 7 PCIe slots, but Apple was really vague about what you'd be able to connect to it. They did later on the website, they posted no graphic cards, no afterburners. So I really don't know what you will be able to connect. They did say that you will be able to add storage, but that's not through the PCIe slots, or at least I don't believe it will be through the PCIe slots, so we'll just have to wait. For those interested, it will have a starting price of $6,999, and I have no idea who this computer is targeted towards, since the Mac Studio with the same M2 Ultra starts at $3,999. So I think that's the better option, especially since they don't have much information of what you can connect to those PCIe ports. So in my opinion, I have no idea who this is for. It's a much better deal, even though the Mac Pro does have a lot more connectors, has a lot more Thunderbolt ports. It has double the HDMI ports. It has 2 Ethernet ports. But unless you specifically need those things, I have no idea who this computer is for. I mean, and I understand that the Mac Pro was also that way, but there were a lot more things that you could connect to it before that you will not be able to connect now. And one of the things that made professionals fall in love with the Mac Pro was its swappability of an upgradability of things. If you want to switch out the graphics card, if you want to add an afterburner or anything like that later on, you could do that. You can't do that, at least at those 2 things which are very important to professionals. You can't do those now. So I have no idea who this is for. Then when we thought it was about to end, those Apple-defining moment words.
It's already been a big day, but we do have one more thing.
And Tim Apple continued to present Apple's latest new product, Apple Vision Pro headset, that are basically AR glasses but made by Apple. A bunch of YouTubers that got invited and got to experience a hands-on with the device, obviously in a very controlled setting, said that the eye tracking and finger tracking of the headset felt like when Apple introduced multi-touch with iPhone OS way back in the day. They said the experience was awesome. For the price it better be. More about that later. And that the system recognized when their finger clicked for something, even if their finger were not in front of them but hanging on their sides like we normally do when we're standing. A cool feature that I did see was that thanks to the magic of Apple's ecosystem, you will be able to connect a computer to it, and you can look at the screen and some way you can just magically make that screen a lot larger. I did actually enjoy that. That was actually pretty cool. But the 3D recording thing, which you will only be able to see on the headset, since 3D TVs died, they went nowhere. I don't know how that's gonna work out. The thing with the eyes on the front, which kind of looks creepy, it doesn't look natural, but that's what they did. The FaceTime calling thing was kind of a feature. Was kind of a gimmick. I'm sorry, not a feature, a gimmick. The battery, it's gonna be kind of has like a connection like the Apple Watch, and you would have a cable that goes all the way down to your pockets where the battery will be. They say or claim that you will be able to use it for 2 hours, but we'll just have to wait and see. Again, another thing that for you to leave it at home is kind of hard, and especially for the price. And since we're talking about the price, let's just get it out of the way. $3,499. I mean, holy crap. That's really expensive for something you're gonna leave at home. So I cannot see this being for only the ultra rich, which will be able to afford. And even when they can afford it, they probably get it for free because it's free marketing for them. Where they have some rich person using it, other people want to buy it, so on and so forth. I mean, I know it has some cool features. It doesn't replace a computer per se. They didn't show whether it had Final Cut or anything like that, so it's not for workflows. It's more for media consumption, and $3,500 for media consumption. It's not for the everyday person. This is the first version, so we're just gonna have to wait and see when more versions come out, or a non-pro version come out. We'll just have to wait and see how that happens. I do want you to leave your comment down below regarding what you think about everything that was presented, specifically the Apple Vision Pro headset. Do you like it? Don't like it? Is it way too expensive? I hope that for most people it is. I do know some people will buy it no matter what because it's Apple's. I will not. I guarantee you, if you're on this channel waiting for me to review it, unless I go to the US and they have it on an Apple store and I can put it on and play with it for a little while, that's the only way I will probably give a review on it. I will not be purchasing this product. No way. Absolutely not. For media consumption, just for myself, absolutely not. Anyways, but I want you guys to leave your comment down below. While you're down there, smash that like button, subscribe, and hit that bell so you can get notified when we have new videos. As I always say, if you have a Google or Gmail account, you have a YouTube account. Sign in on your app or your favorite web browser on youtube.com. Subscribe and that like. The only way for you to leave that like is by signing in with your Gmail account. As always, we're available on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and obviously YouTube at Jerry Abrams Tech, so you can stay up to date with the latest news and rumors about tech. Until next time.